Peter.
And I'm David Wilson.
Welcome to another episode of MotoVision.
You know, during the course of this season, we're going to be looking at some great four-wheel drive accessories from ARB, Australia's 4x4 accessory experts.
In fact, we have two of their fully optioned vehicles right here at our MotoVision 4x4 test track. We're going to have some fun today.
Absolutely. And we need to say a great vote of thanks to all those people who make MotoVision possible.
We do, including our great mates down at North Terrace Tyres, Bill McKenna and the team. We love those guys.
Do a good job. Yeah. And let's not forget GraphPack for this fabulous corporate clothing that we're wearing.
Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It does.
They also have a great competition coming up later in the show. We'll give you more details about that. But if you'd like more information about any of the products and services that you do see on MotoVision, it's just a click away. Jump online to motovision.com.au, all thanks to Big Button.
Yep, thanks to them all. And let's now take a look at what's on today's show.
Our crew car has a Kenwood in-car multimedia system installed by Mobile Tech Installations. This is the most amazing car stereo we have ever seen. David introduces the MTA. The Motor Trades Association has been around for over 80 years, providing benefits to all facets of the motor industry here in South Australia. And I have two great competitions for you to enter. Another great show. First up, here's David. MotoVision.
You know, I reckon just about any four-wheel driver in this country has heard of ARB, but I reckon it'd be a good idea to have a bit of a history lesson. You know, the origins of ARB go back to 1975, and you think about the top end back then, it was a burgeoning place for four-wheel drivers, a real mecca for going on holidays and things like that. The long distances, the big wide open spaces, fantastic things to see, but it was pretty harsh on the equipment, and it became screamingly obvious that only the finest, the best four-wheel drive accessories would stand the punishment that the top end could deal out to it. And this was a conclusion drawn by Tony Brown, ARB's founder, during his travels at the time. Whilst exploring the treasures of the top end, the skills Tony gained from working on his Land Rover were regularly called upon to mend damaged bull bars, broken roof racks. You know, bull bar work back then was pretty crude, not at all suited to overland touring. And through this experience, the idea was born of high-quality equipment that met the vigorous demands of four-wheel drive owners. Upon returning to Melbourne, Tony put theory into practice via the family garage, where he sought to address the product deficiencies he'd encountered. You know, his vision called for a combination of sound design principles and reliable raw materials, a simple solution to an endemic problem. The concept was embraced when it hit the fledgling 4x4 market, and ARB, the initials of Anthony Ronald Brown, was founded. Today, ARB is Australia's largest manufacturer and distributor of 4x4 accessories. ARB also have an international presence with an office in the US and an export network that extends through more than 80 countries around the globe. ARB's philosophy, however, has never wavered from its original course: quality, reliability and practicality above all else. From that rather humble beginning, ARB are now leaders in their field, with a constant development program in place, in-house manufacture and a product range that is second to none in the 4x4 accessories market. Now, whilst ARB are famous for their bull bars and air lockets, they're just two products in the ARB lineup. Whatever it is that you need to go off-road, you can get it here at ARB. IPF driving lights, Wong winches and associated recovery equipment, GPS guidance systems, touring rooftop tents, roof rack and cargo barriers, fuel and water tanks, dual battery systems, ARB fridges, Old Man Emu suspension systems, ute liners and canopies, and the list goes on and on. And joining me here today to talk about some of the other ARB services is Craig from Regency Park. Craig, I've just told the folks about the products that ARB's got to offer, and there's a myriad of them. But tell me about the workshop, because you've got an amazing array of equipment out there too.
Yeah, no, we've got quite an extensive fitting workshop out there. We have 4 fitting hoists, 4 fitting bays. We've also got a paint shop, canopy building area, canopy fitting area. So yeah, it's quite an extensive workshop.
And I know the paint shop is important too, because you colour code a lot of the products. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's correct. Our products come standard powder coated, and then we use a 2-pack process and colour them to suit the vehicle.
So it's possible, if you're looking for a bull bar, that you can get it matched almost identically to the colour of the vehicle.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
And that's got to be a great asset for appearance and probably also resale too.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a good finishing process to the fitting of the whole job all up, but yeah, it does do a good job.
And I know the boys on the hoist do some pretty intricate work, particularly on things like fuel tanks.
Yeah, we do long-range fuel tanks. We do also a lot of suspension fit-ups, so we use the hoists quite a lot for that sort of processing.
I'm a great fan of Old Man Emu. I've had it on every four-wheel drive I've ever owned in the last 15, 20 years or so.
Yep.
The range is expanding all the time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something that the company puts a lot of effort into, engineering and making sure that that process and the vehicle is fitted up correctly, so it's got the right spring selections, the right shock absorbers.
And I'm told that with the release of a new vehicle, ARB somehow managed to get a hold of the vehicle in advance, often of the Australian release of them, to product test and development.
Yeah, I mean, even in some cases we'll go and buy the car and bring it over, so we'll get pretty much first hand on that and engineer the suspension to fit that vehicle and any other product that we can do in the meantime.
We've talked about colour coding for the bull bars, but I imagine canopies is a pretty important part of that business too.
Canopies is a big part of our business. A lot of people buying dual cab utes and things like that and want the security to lock them up and be able to store their gear away and out of sight with tinted windows and things. But yeah, we colour code them to suit the vehicle as well.
Stepping into an ARB store is like stepping into an Aladdin's cave because there's a treasure trove of accessories to enhance your four-wheel drive, whether it be IPF driving lights, warm winches, bull bars, ARB touring tents, or these fabulous canopies. And of course, all of